Welcome back to another episode of Pole Obsession with me, Felix Kane, and the beautiful Elizabeth Domazet. We have with us a very exciting guest. It's the beautiful Red. Hello and welcome.
Hi, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for asking me.
Excited to have you. It's really weird though, Red, because I don't think I've ever met you, and we're both Canberra people. We've never met, have we?
I don't think so. Are you Canberra?
Well, I've got a lot of studios in Canberra, so I own all of the Aerial Pole Academies.
Oh, yeah.
Mate.
You live in Melbourne now?
Sorry?
You live in
Do I
Melbourne
live
now?
in Melbourne? Well, so I've got a studio in Melbourne as well, and a few studios in Canberra. But I've had studios in Canberra for 16 years.
Yeah, I think I might have once. I went to your studio maybe like 5 years ago or something. You had brown hair then?
Yes.
Yeah. I think I did meet you once. I did a class with you once.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you? Oh,
Yeah.
how random. You have to tell us the story. You obviously didn't like it because you didn't come back.
No, I don't even know why I went there. I was between studios then. I think it was like a Russian style flow. It was fun.
You want to tell us a little bit about your baby that's just, there we are, Red District.
Yeah.
Tell us, how long you've been open? What inspired you to open? Where are you?
Okay. So, I had been thinking about it for quite a while now, ever since I was teaching, I wanted to open my own studio, but it was just about when. And I think it came into my mind probably 8 months or so after the first uncensored event that I hosted in Canberra, which is like just a celebration of strippers, pole dancers, like group of people just celebrating in a club. And I thought, I really want to build a space like this because there is so much like rivalry sometimes between pole dancers and strippers. I really wanted to just build a community where we could really celebrate sex work and celebrate like the roots of where it came from, and anybody could come and do that. Like it wasn't just sex workers, it wasn't just pole dancers, it's whoever wants to come celebrate in a space that is safe and like to do that. So November I got the keys to the place and we opened it was about mid-December. We did Christmas workshops, and we opened officially on the 1st of January. We've been open for like 6-7 weeks now.
Oh, it's a lot, isn't it?
It's been so much, I don't know, it's just so rewarding, but it's very hard work, as you guys would know. It still doesn't feel real. Sometimes even now I just look around and I'm like, this is mine.
I did it.
It's mine. And it is very me. Like there's red everywhere.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was exciting to build something of my own. But yeah, I just really wanted a space that I've never really felt connected as a sex worker in a studio in Canberra before. I know that we do sort of promote in places that it is sex worker friendly, but I think when you are a sex worker, you know what that means. And when you aren't, it's really hard to accommodate people in that way. So I really wanted to open a space where it was educated from the start. People could come in from like sex work, full service, strippers. It's not just for dancers. It's a space that it's really celebrated in this community. So yeah, we have things like acknowledgements at the start of our classes towards sex workers, where it come from. Just like we would Indigenous acknowledgement, we always say that at the start of our classes. We have people coming in from like SWAP, ACT to drop off supply packs for full service workers, things like that. We're trying to have seminars within the studio of like how to do a safe health check, things like that people can come and feel really safe in this environment and also just dance and have a good time.
And I'm coming from a place of complete ignorance. So if I ask anything that you're like, what are you on about? I would really love this opportunity to be educated by you, because I am ignorant in your experience of feeling that what's the word?
Ostracized?
Ostracized. Yeah, I've never felt that. I've never experienced that feeling where I don't feel like I'm welcome. And I
Mm.
feel like for me, I think it's important to know where these feelings come from and how it feels to experience those feelings, and then how I can, help to make sure that I am an inclusive space and
Yeah.
that people don't feel like that, because I don't want my ignorance to come across as like I don't care, but I'm not sure how to make sure that I'm not just being passively selective. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would love to hear how, like, what were the sort of experiences that you felt going into a pole studio where you knew that as a sex worker, or maybe you felt like you were unwelcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think it depends what style of studio you are. Like if you're
Mm.
one like yours, Elizabeth,
Yeah.
there's not really a pressure to do what we're doing. But if
Yeah.
you're,
True.
yeah, if you're a studio like what I've previously worked for that does say they advocate for strippers and they say that it's a welcoming space, and then we don't really do things to back that up, that's when it starts to feel like, okay, well, is it? But I am totally for different studios having their, just like yours, Elizabeth, contemporary. You wouldn't really fit a stripper style, like you wouldn't insert yourself. And
Well, I couldn't
I'm
teach
sure that
it
you,
to start with.
yeah,
There's no way that anyone would want this 53-year-old to go and
yeah,
say, they'd be like, Elle, go to the loony bin. What are you doing, mate? You can't do this. And to be
yeah,
fair, I would feel awkward teaching it. But I've done contemporary dance since I was 9 years old. Do you know what I mean? I'm a dancer. I was a gymnast. It's real, and I'm older as well. So it's really different to what you do. Felix obviously has done both sides because she's been a trained dancer from time, I don't know, you're probably 3 years old, were you, when you're doing ballet? And then she's also, done the stripping side of it. So Felix is amazing because she knows both sides of it, which is really great. I'm one side. You're probably more one side, unless you did dance growing up. I don't know. No, see what I mean? Like, yeah,
yeah,
like we all come from sort of different angles, which I think is awesome that we can.
yeah. I
Yeah, let
love
us.
I love the diversity. I think so. In other spaces, I've really felt like I was just an add-on for them to claim that they are sex worker friendly, that I was used to be that part of the studio, and then there was like the other part of the studio. So it wasn't um it was almost like, okay, we can say we're sex worker friendly because we have red teething. There wasn't really
Check
any,
the box.
yeah, if there wasn't anything else to back that up. There wasn't, I feel like there was never spoken about, for one, like I didn't know when I first started that pole dancing came from stripping. I wasn't educated on that. It wasn't until I became a stripper. And obviously everyone on Instagram is pretty good with it now. It's pretty, if you want to find the information, you can really easy. I think everyone's becoming a little bit more in tune of where it came from and what we need to respect. So the information is out there, but I just feel like it's not a thing within studios.
May I just preface? I have to tell everyone a story that prior to, like, what was it, a few
I know
months
what you're
ago,
going to
Elle had never been to a strip club,
say.
never even walked in.
I know.
I
Well,
took her.
Felix took me to my first strip club
I
about a,
did.
about a month ago.
I
And
did. And
I don't,
and
yeah,
yeah, so and yeah, it was you loved it. She loved it. She was like, "Wait." Elle's exact words were like, "When are they going to start doing shows?" I was like, "No,
listen,
Elle, it's not just
I
like
thought there was a
she
show
thought it was
coming.
she thought it was going to be show after show after show after
Literally,
show after
Yeah.
show." I was
I
like,
was
"No,
excited to go in
yeah."
there.
She's like, "When's the show starting?" I'm like, doesn't really work like that. And then we played air hockey because she was like bored that there wasn't a show. What would you say to studio owners, like, as would there be like maybe your top three things of how to make your space, I don't even want to say welcoming to sex work. I want to be like, and you're also welcome here. I want to say, like, to eradicate that feeling of you're not welcome here. Like, because I don't, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that for my studio, for example, I don't want there to be an agenda where like people are aware that they're not welcome or they do this so they can't come. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
is there help me? I'm trying to form a question here, but I think those are all the words I have.
Yeah, and that's what it really is what led me to want to go out and do my own thing because I just wasn't feeling appreciated.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
I actually love that you've done that. Like, there's so many people that will complain about where they're working or what they're doing, but don't do anything about it. And I was exactly the same as you. When I first started Pulp, there was only 2 studios in Canberra at the time. Obviously, 1,000 years ago, I started. Um, and I was like the elite instructor at this particular studio. And by that stage, I'd already created and owned the Australian Pole Championships. So I was already running that. And I just felt and so underappreciated. And the studio owner was just so horrible to me. And I said to my husband at the time, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm either going to start my own business or I'm just going to stop pole dancing because it's an awful space to walk into. I don't want to teach there. I've got all the elite students that are coming to me. I'm just going to go and just try to do my own thing. So instead of just like complaining about it or carrying on, I don't like this studio, blah, 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 just leave and do your own thing and do it better. And, obviously like a billion studios later, I've created what I wanted to create. And I love that you've done that. You've gone and created what you wanted to create. And I just think that is just so fantastic as a business owner that you're able to see that and go, you know what, I don't like it. I'm going to do my own thing. Because how are you ever going to get something that you really love unless it's your own?
Exactly. And it really has brought my love back. This is exactly the kind of space that I wanted to create. And it really does feel different here. So many people say it feels so different walking into here. Like it just feels so comfortable and at home. I think 50% of our students are probably sex workers. A lot of them are not out about it, but they still come in and just know that they don't have to be out to enjoy it here. Like we're not expecting everyone to be a sex worker. Like anyone is welcome to come in here, but people also just love celebrate. People that aren't sex workers love to celebrate and do what we do. So we have so many classes here that offer that. Our classes like really. So we have one that's called Money Moves, and we basically every week we do like a different sort of feature show and people love it. They just feel you wouldn't, I don't know, we're celebrating it here. It's being taught by a professional. So I feel like it's the perfect space, yeah, to just really celebrate it and fall in love with it.
Are you the only studio in Canberra that has sex workers as instructors?
No, there's definitely other places that do. We definitely have, so we've got 8 that are sex workers and 2 that are pole dancers. But they're very big advocates for sex workers as well. So
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
yeah.
And you're the only studio owner though? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm the studio owner. Yeah. That's where I think I know that people sometimes really do try to accommodate, but I really think it is you need to be in the industry and you need to experience the things because yeah, some studio owners won't really understand why certain things have upset us or why we feel a certain way. Whereas I think when you really come from the industry, like there's so many things that I did that I don't think other people would really think about. For instance, we have a free practice time for the Wanderlust dancers here. So they just get to come in as a community, dance together and practice their podiums for the weekend. I just don't really feel like that's something that someone that's not in the industry would understand because, yeah, podiums are most of the time people come into the club having no idea what they're doing on stage. So if they have the space to come in and just practice, it's going to make such a difference at the club. But yeah, unless you've lived it, it's just really hard to understand.
Yeah. Why is it important for you to give that to them for free?
Well, it is our members. So they have member, like they need to be members to come in. I work at the club. So in this instance, I know that there isn't much support from the owners. I also know that it is really hard being a dancer sometimes up on the stage when you first started and you don't really know what you're doing. I also know that some dancers just don't really have the time to come to class. So we offer this as a lunchtime spot. I think because I'm part of the community here, I am just willing to give my time to that. And I know that it's going to help people within the club when they get there, especially just build
Yeah.
community, because it is
And I,
hard being in the strip club when you don't really know anyone either. So
Yeah.
it gives it a
yeah.
space for you to sort of help each other out
And
around.
I think that also I agree with everything you're saying on that. And also when you first go into the club, like you don't have that knowledge of what is going to make you money, what isn't going to make you money as well. Like, so I think that yeah, podiums can be one of those sort of things where if you're not making if your game isn't on it, you're not getting any lap dances, at least you can take away a little bit of money. But if you don't know what you're doing on that, then like
Yeah.
it's a down day because you're paid to be there and you don't make any money.
It sucks. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think it's just to build community within
Yeah.
that community.
Yeah, and that comfort level being with your other dancers, you know, that they're your comrades, not so much your competition, because it can be super intimidating.
Yeah. We also offer like 10% discount for everything to the Wanderlust people. I just think giving them a little bit more accessibility to come in to classes to help them out. Yeah, I really just want to help build that community around the strip club, because there's only two here and they're owned by the same person. And I know that this boss can be very hard. So yeah, I'm trying to be that little outlet in between it all.
Like, what do you mean hard? Like, just not give them practice time? Or, oh, no.
She's just not understanding. She's very business.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine, but it can be quite hard to deal with sometimes. Yeah, like for instance, she wants me to use this place to like funnel her dancers, and I'm definitely not opening this space to promote people to join the sex work industry at all either. Like, I'm not someone that's just going to be, hey, let's start the industry, because it's a lot harder than people realize, and it's not, some people shouldn't do it. So I'm definitely not someone for encouraging you to go start. Like, it's, whereas the minute I opened this, she was sort of like, oh, okay, we can work together. You can send me girls.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Recruit girls from you.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not some
Yeah.
pimp. Like, it just feels.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more of a space that we just get to celebrate it. Yeah, all together in a space that encourages it.
It'll be like working together with like just a bunch of girls that you love, yeah?
Exactly. And I think that's where in other studios, I just never felt that. I was never able to talk about things that had happened at work, or I was never like, it was always just weird. It wasn't a subject. Whereas here, people are coming in talking about a 2-hour booking they just had with some old guy that was a nightmare, or like
Yeah.
shift on the weekend, which is honestly what you need in this community sometimes. So it is nice to see people just openly talking about it and knowing that they feel safe. Whereas, yeah, I just never felt that anywhere else.
And
So,
also, I think such a great example for your other students, sorry, that are not in the industries. So they, you know, they're exposed to it and it becomes normalized and these people become human versus, you know, I think a lot of the times strippers and sex workers can be villainized because there is that lack of understanding, of knowing, of you know, when you know a human who works as a stripper, it's a lot harder to be like, I hate strippers. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I think
yeah.
that's where it feels different too. When they come in, it's so normalized here that it literally is treated like work. Whereas
Yeah.
everywhere else,
Yeah.
it felt like a bit of a, what's the word? Like,
Like a stigma.
yeah, I just felt like I was not even stigma. I can't think of the word. I need ChatGPT right now. I was just like
We love that.
a little
Love chat.
highlight of the studio, like, oh, we have a stripper. But it's like,
Oh, like a novelty.
yeah, no, there we go. Like a novelty, and like, oh, stripping is so cool, or like, it was rather thinking it was really cool, awesome to be a stripper, or like the stigma. Whereas
Yeah.
here, it's like, it's work.
Yeah, it's because what you do isn't who you are, right?
Exactly.
Like you're a stripper, but that's not who you are. Like that's just
Yeah.
your job. Like you don't go to a doctor and be like, "Ooh, doctor doing doctor thing." Outside when they leave work, they're not a doctor anymore. They're a human.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel. I think I'm only realizing right now that that is how I felt. But
Yeah.
yeah, coming into here, it's just normal. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think we're getting to the bottom of some things. This is really good to
Yeah.
hear. Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel like if you put a label on someone instead of like seeing who they are as a person, then it's really easy to disregard their feelings about anything because you're just saying, "Oh, that's stripper." But if you're like, "No, that's just what she does. Let's hear, that's just her job."
Yeah.
She's got so much more value than just her job, just like anybody does. Like we're not just our jobs. So yeah, I think that's so important to remember that these people are human beings and
Mm-hmm.
family members and important people. And to respect those boundaries, I think, and to educate. And I suppose that, it's really opened my eyes as well at how much I sort of just take for granted that I do know and I don't really share either. I think maybe because it was a long time ago when I started, I think sometimes I'm just, very passive in I have this knowledge, but I don't share it because in a weird way, just assume everybody knows. Like if I know something, everybody must know this thing. It makes perfect sense in my brain. So why doesn't it make sense in your brain? But it's not something that everybody has as general knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right there. Not many people do. And it does blow my mind sometimes. I'm the same. I'm like, everyone must know.
Yeah,
But
surely.
others also
Surely.
don't. But
Yeah.
it just takes, all it takes is conversations and just educating people. And yeah, I really feel like we can move forward and change how things have been happening recently. I really do think it is getting a bit better. I don't know if it's because I'm in this environment now,
Yeah.
but
Oh, I hope
I
so.
think
I hope so.
yeah,
And I like I said to you, I'm so ignorant. I was like, there's a problem?
I
We're
think it
fighting
depends where you
now?
are as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a
I don't
problem in Canberra, I can tell you
Oh,
that.
yeah. You said that, and I was like, "Is there a
Yeah,
problem?"
Canberra's kind of a bit weird when it comes to it's a bit of a war between studios, which is really sad and
yeah.
completely unnecessary. And I think a lot of it, Felix and I have been speaking about this a lot lately. It's an actual thing called the illusionary effect. And what it means, if somebody says something and then somebody else says it, and then there's a rumor to it, and I'm sure you've probably even heard it. Oh, Elle hates strippers. Ariel Pole Academy doesn't welcome strippers. My podcast host was a stripper, for crying out loud. Like my best friends
Said that
in the
right away.
industry were strippers. It's the most ridiculous thing. Just because I wasn't, it means
Yeah.
nothing. Do you know what I mean? But that's
No,
I
I
don't
agree.
know if it's anywhere else, but if it's very Canberra based. And I'm also wondering, is it because Ariel Pole Academy is a very big studio, has been there for a really long studios and has been there for a really long time? Is there another reason to say that? Do you know what I mean? So it's just, and I know what you're saying with Canberra. So I think it's really important for us just to all be kind to each other, be supportive of each other. Let's not write nasty things. If somebody says something that they don't like, it's really good to reach out and just say, hey, I think this has happened. Let's have a chat about it. Why are we not mature enough to do that? I would love
Yeah.
it. I'm actually
Yeah.
really excited that you're there. I think it's great that you're there. I'm happy to see a new studio because a lot of studios have closed down.
Yeah.
And it is really, really hard to open a new studio. And I think I'm really excited for you. And I love that you're bringing something into the community that we don't have. I would love to not have any sort of animosity between studios. I think it's just so important. I think if we all support each other and are there for each other, it's just going to be a happier place and more people are going to want to do pole, which is better for all of us. All of us will
Yeah.
win
Yeah.
if we all get along.
And especially think like I think a lot of like I don't know, studio rivalry comes from insecurities within studios, and I just don't think I think there's enough for everybody. I think that each studio has its own special flavor and its own way of doing things, and there's room, and then there's enough people for everybody, because like the type of person that wants to come to my studio is a different person that wants to come to your studio, L, is a different person that wants to come to your studio, Red. Like we all cater to different, like slightly different
Yeah.
little kooky people that want to learn pole dancing, but everybody has their comfort zone, you know, in different places. Like the same reason why that person wears Levi's and that person wears Bonds, and like everybody has their preference. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think, yeah, we're much stronger when we work together. We're much stronger when we can have conversations as business owners and say like, hey, what works for you? What doesn't work for you? Oh, this is great. This is not great. Instead of like pinning us against each other, I think we should be unified, not
Yeah.
not battling each other, you know? Um, what was I going to say? Oh, there's one thing I have to ask you. When I saw your studio, because it's Red District, I thought that Carly had opened another like a whole studio called Red District, and I was like, wait a minute, what's happening?
I actually had so my partner in like all my shows that I do, her name is Sheila Tequila. I don't know if you've ever seen
She
Tequila.
was one of my students.
Yeah, well,
I love Sheila. She's gorgeous.
I can't remember what I was going to call the studio at the start. It was Red something. And then she said to me Red District. And I was like sitting on it for ages. And then I was like, yeah, I love this. And then literally a day before we were going to announce the studio or put up a clue, Carly Hunter's like show appeared on my thing. And I had a heart attack because I was like, oh my God, someone's leaked my thing, because it even looked a bit similar. And so I actually didn't know that this show existed. And then Carly Hunter still hasn't seen it, but I was freaking out. And I'm like, oh my God, she's going to think that I've copied her. And so I messaged her this big message. I called a few people and I'm like, what should I do? And they were like, just reach out to her because you didn't
Yeah.
know. And yeah, so I sent her a big message and I was like, this has happened. Like I had no idea, but I think hers is a show. Is it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So I was like, and I also think they mean different things. Like obviously I'm talking about my name.
Yeah.
And they're both sort of coming from the Red District, but yeah, I was like freaking out. She still hasn't seen the message. Maybe she'll look now. But it was just funny that it was like the day before. And I was thinking about it all week. I was like, oh my God, people are going to think this. But then I just thought it's pretty easy to really think of that though, the Red District. So I don't think that I think there's difference in it. And the fact that we did think about this without seeing it just proves how like easy it is to think similar things sometimes. So.
Yeah. And also I feel like if you thought of it and then saw that she had a show, you would have been like, oh, I think I should call my thing something else. Do you know what I mean? If you'd known about it before, you would have been like, no,
Yeah.
maybe yeah.
But I didn't want to change it because I'd registered the name
Yeah.
ages before I'd seen it. So, but yeah, I feel like I was meant to see it before it opened because then I was able to like process it all and just go, okay, I accept this. But yeah,
Oh,
Carly,
like,
if you see your inbox, can you please
please read your messages, Carly. And and also like that, just one of those things that, of course, when you're about to open, like it just piles on to like that list of stress pile.
I was like, Sheila, look at this, and she was like, oh my God, I feel so bad. But yeah, she thought of that on her own. So I just think it's an easy thing to think of, really. Like it goes so well with what Carly's doing, and it also goes so well with what I was doing. But I think they're two different things as well. Mine's a studio space and hers is a show that is obviously inspired by the Red District. So yeah. You must know too, because I have Steph coming to teach workshops from her studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she knows too, because I sent a screenshot to her. I was like, is this you?
Okay, well, she knows. That's funny. Yeah, but I didn't want to change it. I just loved the name and it felt so right for me. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep it.
I'd love to know about your business experience from when you decided to open it to actually opening it. What was your journey? How hard was it? And was there any hurdles that you had to jump across that you just didn't realize it was going to be that?
Definitely trying to find the space within Canberra, because
Yeah.
a lot of the places aren't really permitted to. I think Canberra's a little bit behind in the government, like with their clauses. You need an indoor rec clause to open around, and they're not really available in a lot of areas of Canberra. So finding where to do it was definitely hard, and trying to find the space. But it all actually happened a little bit quicker than I thought. I remember looking at a few spaces, and I think about 2 months later, I found the one. I came to this one first, and then I was like, no, I don't want that space. And then I went and looked around, and I realized this space is probably the best out of the lot. There was a lot of work that had to be done, though. There was walls in between the studio that we had to knock down, and it was actually really exciting. I had a lot of fun. My brother helped me with all the lights, the electrical. My partner did the floor. I did all the painting and like ripping everything out. So I learned a lot about myself along the way, and I just had so much fun with it. I think I got pretty lucky with how quick everything came together as well. I was actually supposed to wait for the polls till the end of December, but then a studio had backed out of their order. So Toby was able to bring them like a month earlier, meaning that we could open earlier. Everything was really smooth with the mirrors and the installation of everything. So I think it just proves that I did it at the right time, because I was ready for everything. And which made it feel better along the way, because I was obviously stressed, but I wasn't like, oh my God, should I be doing this? I was just rolling with whatever was happening. And then, yeah, it felt like it all fell into line pretty perfectly.
Yeah.
How did you do with budgeting for it? Did you understand the cost per square meter and how many students you needed to cover the costs and all of that sort of stuff?
Yes. That was definitely a learning curve. I have no idea, but yeah, I did. I got a lot of help from people outside as well, just to really understand what I was doing. I'm definitely still learning a lot on the way. I feel like, I don't know if you felt the same when you first, but I was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't.
Absolutely. Every day of every week of every year since opening, I've been like, I am a dancer. What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
But you learn fast. You learn really fast.
And I just don't know anything about like the accounting side of things. So I've just learned, just pay someone, just get someone in that knows what they're doing, and
Pay someone and put your bass aside. Get an accountant, get a bookkeeper, put your bass aside. Those I think are my like top three. Don't bite yourself in the bum. Don't take your money away before you've paid your bass.
Make sure you can pay rent.
Oh yeah, and rent. Yeah. Cover all your fixed outgoings first, and then still keep so much money in the bank, because then like there's going to be a leak in the roof or something, that you have to fix
I'm
instantaneously.
definitely prepared for that. I can say that as a dancer, I think because I knew that I wanted this for quite a while, I really saved all my dancing money. It made it really easy to chuck in like what I wanted in this studio, because I had the money. And I feel like we've done really well. We've just been on a positive since we've opened, which is amazing. I didn't expect that. We definitely have a lot more to grow, but we're so new. It's also really hard to advertise because I really want to keep my brand on what it is. I don't want to have to go to like, oh, we're popping.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah, because we do a lot. Sorry, I'm talking over you, Elle. Sorry, you go.
He always does. So, no, honestly though, you have to be really careful, because there's so many poll accounts that have been taken down. So everything can go tomorrow if you're not careful. I think holding true to your brand and your business and then keeping it alive can be two different things. We've seen real big brands go down and not be able to be put back up like lately.
Yeah, it is sad to see.
Yeah, and because I was just saying I do majority of my advertising on Meta, but helpful tips. Apparently, one person, if you do a lot of videos, one person on a pole with shoes on and a small outfit, that's like the algorithm will flag it as like sex work. So, but if you're doing like if you can get more than one people in the shot, then it's less likely that it's going to trigger. So yeah,
That's good to know.
yeah. It's really hard though when you're trying to advertise a class. You're like, I'll just get a video of myself. That's like
yeah.
no,
I have done things that, because obviously I want to keep it within the community as well. So I've gone around to all the brothels, all the massage parlors, all the places that are really hard to reach. They're going through the same thing. They're like, whenever we have an Instagram, it just gets taken down straight away. So it's hard, and I am scared about my Instagram. But I think that's where we've just got to also learn to not rely on social media so much, especially with what I'm doing, because the chances are I probably will get zooked one day.
Well, I think your social media has been pretty careful so far. I think you just have to be really careful. Like just do it in a way like you've done, like silhouettes and nothing like too revealing, unfortunately. But yeah, I think maybe there's like probably good to look to like the bigger strip clubs around the country that have been able to like keep their Instagram accounts up, like how they're doing it. Not that you're a strip club, but like if they can what they're showing works, then like might be don't take my word for it because I'm not an expert, but might be a good example.
Yeah, I feel like since AI took over as well, it's been so hard to know what they flag or not.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've literally had a photo of like me and someone else fully clothed, and it is taken down for like, I don't know, and then I can have my ass out in something, and then you just don't know now. So it is.
And what's the difference between a pole outfit and a bikini?
I know.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
But people are getting duped everywhere now. It's really sad to see. I feel like a lot of people are somehow getting their Instagrams back, but then I think you're flagged and it's really hard to keep it alive.
Yeah, I think I'll say it again, Elle. I talked over you again. I spoke over you.
Surprise.
Wait, go. Ready, steady.
I do think it's a constant fight. I think we all know the rules. And if you'd never want it taken down, you've got to play by the rules because we're going into their space. We don't know Meta. They own Meta. So we've got to do, if we want our stuff there, you've got to play by the rules, but still be authentic within yourself as much as you possibly can be. Because whether we like it or not, we get a lot of business from it. All of us.
A lot of exposure, yeah.
I'd be fucked without it right now. I'd be fucked.
Well, that's right. So many people just don't even know. There's so many other ways that you can go and get business. Yes, there is. And back in the day, none of us had it. When I very first opened my pole studio, Instagram didn't exist. That's how I am. And that's why I can't even believe you didn't know what Aerial Pole Academy was, Red. Anyway.
I did. I just forgot to link the two.
I was going to say, how do you not know?
I do know. I actually looked at your space in the city.
Oh, did you? Oh, dude, like probably, to be fair, it wasn't it was really easy to rig. The mirrors were really easy. It's a small space and it was very expensive rent for how small the space was. What I didn't like about it is after I opened it, as you know this very well, and another pole studio opened like 5 doors down or something. And I was like, honestly, there's not enough room on this one little street for 2 studios. Like a block away or 2 blocks away, yes, but 5 doors down is very different. So that's also what's happened, a few other places in Canberra. Well, actually, you're in Fishwick now too, so right?
I looked everywhere and I was like, look, it is what it is, because I purposely chose here because it's right near the club.
Of course. Yeah. Do you know, fun fact, I was the very first pole studio ever to open in Fishwick.
Really? Yeah. Where were you in Fishwick?
I was in Gold's Gym.
Ah, wow.
Yeah. Fun fact. And then another studio came into Fishwick and I'm like, I think we should get out of
here. Yeah, cool. That's nice.
Yeah. So, but now there's a few of you. But do you like the space there?
Yeah, I do like the space here. I feel like the city would have been better to offer lunchtime classes, things like that. But Fishwick. The city is like definitely hard to get around at the moment too, with all the
It is
construction.
terrible at the moment. Like the construction in the city, and another big reason I left the city is the parking was insane. So if somebody came to do one of my classes, they had to get there to start with. So, and then the parking was like something like $10 for an hour, which probably doesn't sound like a lot of money. But if you're spending $30 on a class, $10, and you're not going to be there for an hour, you're going to cross over the hour. So it's probably like $20. That's $50 class. It makes no sense unless I did run some lunchtime classes and we got some office workers, but really after COVID, a lot of people are working from home still, especially in Canberra.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It doesn't make sense to, keep it in the city. And it was like, if you went and saw the space, it's a pretty space. It's just, it was small. You can only have so many poles there. You can only have so many sort of students there.
And I was like, there's ballet next to us and then there's the strippers.
Literally. And I tell you now, there was ballet, and then down the other end there was the extend bar Pilates, and they hated us. We're not even sexy. So, mate.
Yeah, they would have hated that. Literally, one of my instructors, I was laughing yesterday, just come running out in like the tiniest little floss G-string.
Yeah.
Just ran out to her car and I was like, it's broad daylight. All the businesses are still opening, but she just didn't care. I was like, yeah, this is so on brand.
You would have given a heart attack in that space in the city, let me tell you.
We wouldn't have been able to do that. And I did think about it. I was like, yeah, no, this isn't for us. What was it like with the music there? Did you get any complaints?
Terrible. Shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what? We were really good about it. I had one sort of small speaker there, but before, you wouldn't have seen them because they've left now, but there was this Brazilian place and they had these gigantic speakers and they would blast it.
Yeah.
And the extend bar and then the ballet, I think it's sixth position next door to us. You'd see our text messages going off in the group chat. Guys, we can't speak to our students because it's so loud. Yeah, you couldn't play loud music. I mean, imagine it was kind of like an office that was converted into studios. It was the most ridiculous thing ever. So, yeah, no one liked each other by the end of it. You would have had a very, very different experience being there.
Good. I definitely feel like it's perfect where we are, or all our neighbours are really supportive and they're just fun businesses. So it has been really good.
Where else did you look in Canberra?
A few in Mitchell, but I found Mitchell is full of like office spaces that the height just wasn't there either. I really wanted at least 3 meters.
Yeah.
A few in Hume, but I just thought it's too, like I used to work at Physipol too. And it was just such a mission to get out there.
Yeah. It's
literally in the middle of nowhere. And there's also annoying roadworks that will be there for a few years, I'd say now. And a couple in like Woden, but the same thing. It was just like office spaces and everything that was.
Glad you didn't move to Woden because there's 3 of us 30 seconds apart from each other.
Yeah, they're popping up everywhere.
I'm like, why, guys? Move somewhere different, you know?
But it's worked really well because a lot of the people that come here can just go straight to the club after to start their shift, so it has. Yeah, I think I chose really well. I wanted to be near a strip club, whether it was the one in Mitchell at Wanderlust or it was the one here.
Crazy thing about Mitchell is the rents there are insane.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah. I looked in Mitchell quite a few times because I was actually going to open another one before I opened Melbourne. I was on let's open 1,000 studios. We've backed down.
I can't even handle one. Elle's got 1 million. I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you.
You're a superwoman.
Oh, I don't know about that. Super crazy, maybe.
Can confirm.
Well, actually, I was opening a studio every year at one point, and I don't know why. I thought it was such an amazing idea. But, yeah, I've definitely slowed down now. But I've still got way too many studios. Like, I've got still so many. But, yeah, I don't recommend unless you never, ever want to sleep or you never, ever want to – I haven't had a holiday in 20 years. Let's just put that out there. So don't recommend.
Yeah.
What was it like for you when you started? I'm literally like dreaming of ideas to like I'll wake up with an idea for the next class or something. Like I cannot stop obsessing.
I do it all the time. I still do it now because of all the competitions. I've got the expo. I've got my new pole grip, actually. Actually, we should chat about that. You should pop some in there. I think that you'd love it. I've actually got quite a lot of girls that work in the clubs, especially in Melbourne, that have it because the scents are beautiful. So it's like I've got Chanel, Mademoiselle, Tom Ford, and the other one is Burberry Goddess. Because it smells so nice and it doesn't leave any residue, it's not like a yucky, you know what I mean? So if you're in the clubs, you don't feel like you've got all this chalky stuff on your hands.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of pole in there, but
Never.
you do.
Yeah.
I always have an
If you have
excuse. Every day I have an injury. I didn't know the stages at work.
Yeah, fair.
what I love about your grip, Ella, is that when I go into the studio now, it smells so good. Like, because everybody's using like essentially perfume. I'm like,
Yeah, it is. That's what it is.
oh,
Perfume in it.
smells great in here.
You know, I do the same. The thing last night, there was all the girls were using it. And I was like, oh my God, you all smell so nice.
Smell great.
How do we get onto this grip?
I'll send you the wholesale details. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
really good. I love it. I really love it. I've got some in my bag. I use it all the time. And the great thing about it as well is that it like you only need to use a little bit. Put my name on it. Look. You only need to use a little bit and it lasts a really long time. And that's what I think like the girls love it because it smells great. I mean, I also love it for all these reasons too. It smells great. A little bit goes a long way. Like you don't have to keep reapplying and it doesn't leave a white cast. So there's so many great things about it. And for me, I don't like grips. I don't use grips, but I'll use that. So
yeah, it is good.
shameless post for my friend.
Thanks,
Plug
mate.
for my friend. Yeah. No, I really love it. I really love it. Genuinely.
It's also got a hand sanitizer in it too. So did you notice that? So the very first whiff you'll get is like an alcoholic smell because of the hand sanitizer, which is great. We all need that. And then when it dries down, it smells like the actual perfume. It
smells so good. It smells so good. I love it so much. I like the blue one. What's the blue butterfly one? That's my favorite one.
Like the Tom Ford Portofino.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm keen to try it because I actually have been looking around to try and find some grips to stock in here. So
love it. Bougie. It's the bougiest of all bougie grips. I don't think
the bougiest. It's so nice. It really is. But you don't price it bougie. It's priced really well.
No, it is priced well. Yeah, wholesale is good. I will cut.
You're really selling me on this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, honestly,
the whole point of the podcast.
I know we've gone a little bit left, but this is how we go. But I really wanted to create something because there was so many grips that I was banning from the Australian Pole Championships because they had like latex in it. So I actually had girls go into anaphylactic shock from touching a pole after somebody, and we had to call an ambulance, and it was an absolute disaster. So I had to ban a lot of grips because of that. I had to ban grips like ITAC because you cannot get them off a brass pole. You'll wait till you get monkey grip or ITAC, somebody putting that on your poles. You'll have a heart attack because they destroy brass poles.
Yeah. So, you need an oil-based solvent.
It's just an absolute, and then an oil-based solvent on a pole is not a great thing, is it?
Then you have to it's a whole thing to get it off. It's a
whole thing. So I wanted a grip that was made perfectly for our industry. So I'm a pole dancer that actually understands grip. So anyway, that's what we did. What else would you like to tell us?
Yeah, I think support within that's where I remember what started all of this is I created an event called Uncensored. We've never really had something like this in Canberra where it was a charity event and we were raising money for the Canberra Rape Crisis Centre. We picked performers from all backgrounds like burlesque, stripping, pole dancing. We really wanted it to be like everyone together. We actually raised like 10K for it, but I got no support from where I was working. So I was, it
was a show. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was a show within the strip club and it was so successful, but I never got any support from where I was working leading up to that. And I thought, this is wild. Like, if you're going to be someone that is meant to support sex workers, where is the support right now? And there was none. cleaning up. So that's when I thought, no, I need to go out and do something on my own.
Mm.
And I
Did
need
you
to
ask
start
for
this.
support or no?
I definitely don't think that it was something that I should have had to ask for.
Yeah, right. Because they knew about it
Yeah.
and they could have offered. Is that why?
Yeah, I feel like after the fact there was some support. There was a post that came up after the fact because I expressed that like I didn't feel any support from here, so
Yeah.
I can't be a part of this anymore because it doesn't feel authentic. Because yeah, it was such a big thing in Canberra for sex workers, just to have like a bit of a stage as well. We don't really have anything like that in Canberra where strippers can perform outside of the strip club.
Well, I think probably Australia-wide, there's probably
Yeah.
not many opportunities like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
what you did is very, and will you continue to do it as well?
Yeah, so I did another one in December that was just for people in the industry, and it was more a competition. But we're going to do it in July again. This year we're going to donate to SWAP and Canberra Rape Crisis Centre. So it's a sex worker outreach program.
Mm.
We'll do it between the two, and we've picked a few people. So we're going to announce the lineup soon. But yeah, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Yeah.
So when is that? The next Uncensored? The shameless plug, shameless plug. When is the event?
26th of July.
And how can we get tickets?
Through sticky tickets that we will release probably a few months from now.
Well, keep an eye on your Instagram.
Don't get zooked.
Yeah. Do you have a website as well, just in case?
For my studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. It's just www.reddistrict.com.au.
All right.
Yeah.
We have to cover all the bases just in case. I think so. My main takeaways are like creating space, I guess, for for events, but also making sure that that if you do have sex workers working for you in your pole dancing studio, to maybe as the business owner, you start that conversation with them and you say, "Hey, I've just heard this podcast that was amazing. And this wonderful woman, Red, was talking about like how she didn't feel supported in her work environment. And I want to make sure that you feel it supported in your work environment. Is there anything that I can do to make you feel better here?" Um, and then to be aware, if you don't know the industry, just to be aware that the industry is a different beast and it has its own rules and regulations. And if you are not educated in them, that if you're dipping your toe into that sort of world, that you need to know what you're talking about. So maybe, yeah, just get an education. And there are people who are willing to share and to help you become educated.
Yes, definitely. That's a very good takeaway. I feel like I blabbled a lot, so I'm hoping that's what you got out of this.
A plus for me. Thank you. A plus for you, A plus for me.
A plus for you.
Oh my God. Red, are you still in the industry? Are you still working?
Yeah, so at the moment I am taking like a bit of a break because I couldn't imagine working nights and then coming to do this. But
I
I'm
was
definitely
going to say, are you not tired?
yeah, I definitely still do outside privates, like boat parties and the little boat party we have in Canberra. Bucks parties, birthdays.
We have a boat in Canberra?
It's terrible.
The boat? I only know about the go boats. We have a boat?
Yeah, we have a little party boat. It's nothing fancy.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm still doing that, but the club, I feel like I don't know how much longer I can be in the club. I feel
Do
like
you miss it though? As a like no, you're like as a studio owner, you're like, no, I'm okay. I don't need that.
Yeah, I'll go back when it's busy period. Like I did do from probably August to December, and then as we were getting into opening, I stopped. But yeah, it's not the lifestyle that everyone thinks it is. It's fucking hard, and it's
hard.
I think my days are numbered. I've been doing this for like 8 years, so yeah.
What's that like from somebody who doesn't know? I've got a lot of girlfriends that do it, but what they've said to me the most is it makes it the hardest is the disrespect from the men.
Yeah.
That's a big thing that I've heard.
100%. And I think where we are, that's another reason it is important to have community where we are, because we don't really get the support from the owner. There isn't like that the girls are right. It's sort of, if something was to happen, the girl would be questioned on why this happened.
Wow.
So it's a really hard space to be around sometimes, and we do really feel like unheard. So it can be really hard to work there, especially one space more than the other. You know how some clubs just attract
Yeah.
a different species?
The yuck. Yeah.
One of them, and I also think it's because it's below a brothel. So people do come down expecting a lot and try things with us at that studio. So the disrespect from, sorry, not studio, club. So the disrespect there really does take your toll, especially on, that's why I always need a break after Christmas time, because you just experience like disrespect after disrespect, and it takes it out of me.
The worst of the worst. Like, people just show their worst side.
They really do. Always at that time. That time of year always kills me.
Yeah. Why now?
What would you say to people that were thinking about going into that industry?
I would say really think about it. Really make sure that what you're going in isn't just for the lifestyle or the money, that you know what you're going to expect. I think it's really good to know that you are going to get disrespected. You are going to get in situations that you probably didn't think that you were going to be put in. You need to, I feel like it's important to know where you're going, where you're going to try it out. Maybe make sure that you know someone where you are going to start. You need to know that it's going to be late nights. It's going to be really hard. It's not, oh, let's make money and then everything's going to be okay. You need to be ready to be strong with the disrespect that you will take, because it's really hard, especially when you're first starting. I would also say to do not go in drinking or doing any drugs. Make sure that you're sober and you know that you're going in to work, and that you, if you're going into it, you're probably not going to come out of it
The same.
It's something that once you're in it, you realize, and the money that you make, it's really hard to walk away from.
Yeah.
It may change everything in your life as well. Like if it's something that you don't want a lot of people knowing, definitely have an exit plan, because once you're in, it's really hard.
And it's the money that keeps you there, yeah?
Yeah, it's definitely money that keeps you there. So it's really hard to make this kind of money anywhere else. So just, I think, have a plan. Are you going in just to get some money for something? Leave, make it adamant that that's your plan, or are you wanting to make a lifestyle out of this? Because you do need to be prepared that everything will change.
Yeah.
Would you be comfortable sharing something specific with us that has happened that has not been a great experience?
Yes. One time it was at, I think it was still called Capital Men's Club, and I got into a bad habit of drinking a lot and just relying on that to back me up for each shift. And there went a period where I would get so drunk that I kept losing my bag, and I was wondering what is going on, because I would wake up with no money, and it happened like probably 10 times in a row, I kid you not. And then I found out that it was actually the management she was feeding me, because I was like, why am I getting so drunk? And she kept coming in and feeding me all these extra shots. And she was always in there like, come on, shot time, shot time. And I knew that I was in bookings all night because, she'd be bringing me these drinks. And then we found out that it was her that was stealing from me. So she would take advantage of me. And she would actually, one night I got so drunk that I passed out next to my locker, and she thought it was really funny. The security guards wanted to pick me up and take me to the bed, because we had like accommodation out the back. And she just put like a tea towel over me and took photos of me and told the security, just leave it there. She just does this all the time. She ended up getting fired because it all came to light, like what was happening. But yeah, she was stealing my
What do
money.
you mean?
No, how did you
So,
know she was doing it?
pardon?
How did you know she was doing it?
She admitted it when she got fired to a few people, and then there was also stuff on the cameras that backed it up. So, yeah, it was a horrible experience because you
That's
don't expect that from
horrifying.
someone in like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Usually that
especially
you want to be tight knit with them. Oh my God.
especially someone with their RSA that's meant to be responsible with serving
Yeah.
alcohol. But
How
I
do
definitely, I'm
Supposed to
not
look after you? Aren't
sorry.
them, is she a manager? Is she not supposed to look after you and make sure that you guys are
Exactly.
safe? Is that how
Yeah.
it works?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like coming into these spaces, I think you also need to be prepared that not everybody's on your side and it is hard.
Mm.
And you need to be, because I wasn't strong. I'm nearly 2 years sober now. So it was a hard time
Congratulations.
in my life. Thank you.
Yeah.
But
That's
back then I thought everyone has my back. I'm fine. But no, like you really need to go into this a lone soldier and know,
Mm. And it's loose.
yeah,
It's like the wild, wild west. It's not,
it
you don't
is.
have like, there's no fair work. There's no, like, there's nothing, you have very little protections.
Yeah,
And yeah, there are very
yeah,
few people you can trust really.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think that, yeah, you have to be so mentally like fortified. You need to be strong. You need to be,
Mhm.
know why you're doing it, know when to get out. And
Yeah.
yeah, definitely great advice.
Yes, I'm glad. But other than that, it's just the violence that you see as well, like men lashing out on each other
What do you
unexpectedly.
mean?
Yeah.
What's violence? My
So
God, this is such a new world to me.
one
What is
time
happening?
I was in a booking with two girls and a guy, and I didn't realize that one of them had a partner that was out like in the club, and he was watching this situation because the guy was trying to get with the girl's friend.
Yeah.
So they had put me in this booking, and it was one of them silly bookings where I wasn't even getting naked. We were just like dancing around. Like it was, yeah, harmless. And then out of nowhere, this guy come running in with a key in his fingers and stabbed the guy in the face. Yeah, it was like right here, right next to his eye. He nearly went blind from this. And
Oh,
it was just instant, like, hole in his head, pissing out blood. And it was just out of nowhere. He obviously thought that he was trying to get with his girlfriend, but it was so unexpected. I remember just like, I didn't even know what to do. And this guy had to go to hospital. He's all right now, but it was intense.
Nuts.
Yeah.
what happened? Did security come in?
Yeah, but it was all so quick that it was just,
Yeah.
it was done.
But
This guy
after the
just
fact, yeah.
stabbed him and then walked out.
That's so
No.
shocking.
Emotions run high.
Has there anything that you've personally felt unsafe, like that they were trying to get you?
Um, Probably, but I feel like my trauma response has probably blocked it out. But I don't know. I think I am someone that can read people pretty well. And I also just know situations to avoid. I think I've been pretty lucky there. I definitely get a sense of people pretty early. If
Yeah.
it's a violent person and I just won't go there. I don't know. I've just been, yeah, I think maybe because I've done it for so long now. Maybe when I was drinking, it might have been different, but now
Mm.
I definitely have. Pardon?
Would you not have remembered though?
Yeah, definitely not. That was so many girls get into that pattern though, like that it's the only way we can back it up. So that's my biggest advice. Go into it not on anything, not drinking, because it is such an easy hole to just fall into. Because you're literally getting drinks brought to you all night. People are shouting you. It's
Yeah.
if you're not as strong, and I wasn't strong back then, it can suck you in
Yeah.
very easily.
Was there any like trigger that stopped you from drinking?
Yeah, I literally just didn't want to be alive. Like it was to
Mm.
the point where I would have died. I actually checked myself into rehab. Um, there was like 3 weeks that I just don't remember. But I remember in that time, like calling Lifeline and I wanted to help myself, but I don't
Mm.
remember it because I was on so many benzos and it was again from just getting access from people from the club. Like it's so easy to. And then, yeah, I ended up just checking myself into rehab, and I needed it to happen because I've been someone that's had substance problems my whole life. I don't know how to just have one drink. So someone that's like that, it is very easy to get in a dark space in the club. Yeah.
Can I ask what a benzo is? I don't know what a benzo is.
Like a Valium,
What
Xanax.
are you laughing at? Did you know, Felix? Oh, you did? Okay.
Huh?
Well, all right. Maybe I'm the only. What is it? A Valium?
It's like that family, like Xanax, Valiums, things like that.
Like, does that chill you out? Is that what that does?
Yeah, it's like a muscle relaxant, but when they're taken at the wrong time, it's very dangerous. Yeah.
With alcohol.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
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 Well, good on you for coming out the other side. Like, look at you
Yeah.
now.
I
Got
know.
your own
Yeah.
business.
I wouldn't have been able to do any of this if I was still drinking. No way.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
And thank you for sharing. Thank you for your
Yeah.
vulnerability.
Yeah, it took me a while to even open up about any of this. It was probably like a good year, but now, yeah, I just couldn't even imagine going back to that life. So I know that I'm definitely on the other end of it, and it feels fucking good. So it is possible.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
I feel like
awesome.
a lot of people in the industry would have had a similar journey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I used to drink a lot. Same thing, but then I think I used to drink a lot I think I just wasn't very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I just got old and it just really started catching up on me. And I wasn't in the industry anymore, so I didn't really have that as an excuse. I just used to drink way too much. And
Yeah.
I think I probably was like reliant on it, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
then I stopped and now I feel better.
Way better.
Yeah. So much
I
more
mean,
time as well. So much more time.
Yeah.
sometimes you'd want to drink just to not notice some of those men that are there, I guess.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Get you
But
on their level.
when you're sober, you're just so much more switched on. It's
Yeah.
yeah. You
Yeah.
can see it for what it is.
Crap as well, right? Like when you're sober, you just put up with the rubbish that you would put up with when you are drinking because you don't have your wits about you when you drink.
Mm.
It's just like
Yeah.
party time, woo, you know,
Yeah.
Exactly.
until you feel crap about it. But
Such a unique job where though you could literally get paid to get wasted.
yeah.
Right? Like it's not any other job you'd probably be written up and fired if you got drunk every night going to work.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's definitely great that you're on the other side of it. And if you could have told yourself 2 years ago that you'd be where you are now.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I would. Yeah. I never believed you.
Yeah.
You made her proud.
Yeah, exactly. You made yourself proud.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
good.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. I'm so pleased. I'm so proud. That's awesome. That's an awesome journey.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done. That's hard. You did a hard fucking thing.
I know. Yes.
Yeah.
It is
Are you
possible.
still doing hard? It's just a different hard.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's a busy hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's student numbers and everything going?
Good. We have probably close to like 80 members at the moment.
Wow. Good for you. That's amazing.
awesome.
A lot of people are still doing casual classes. So it is. We have a lot of people that we want to try and convert to members, but they're still just like checking out the space.
That's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
So you've been open for 6 weeks now?
Yeah, it'd be about 7 now.
7 weeks and 80 students. Yeah, I can tell you right now, I speak to a lot of studios and I've got a lot of studio owners that are friends of mine. And I know studios that have been going for over a decade that have 40, 50, 60 members. So you're doing exceptionally well.
Yay, that's really good to know. I was wondering.
Yeah, so much better than you probably even thought that you're doing. So good for you on that. That's actually amazing. And I know that there's some studios in Canberra that only ever have 30 students. So for you to be at 80 in 6 weeks, like high five yourself. That's
Yay, that's really cool to know because I just don't know. Like, so that's cool.
Now you
Yeah,
know.
no, you're doing great. You're doing great.
You're
Thank you
doing
for that.
amazingly. Yeah, absolutely amazingly. So well
Yeah.
done.
No, I can't get a smile off my face now. That's awesome. Awesome.
Is there anything else that you would like to say? I don't know if people know this, but we've hit 60 countries. We're in 60 countries and we're in 550 cities. So people listen to us all
Wow.
around the world. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty
That's
big.
crazy.
I know.
I know. People listen to us. What the heck?
Every time I look at the stats, I'm like, oh my God.
So thanks for listening, guys.
Yay. That's exciting. Well done.
Yeah.
When did you start?
First podcast was released on the 16th of November, 2024. The only reason I know that, because the 15th of November was my birthday, and I said to Felix, I am not releasing it on my birthday. I'm sick of working. I'm going to the beach. So I released it on Sunday, the day after my birthday.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's not so long considering, how many people listen. We've got thousands and thousands that listen.
That's
to
awesome. I'm so proud of you as well. Look at us.
Very
Look at
nice.
us, guys, doing business things. Business, doing things.
I love that. I'm stealing that dance.
Yeah. Well, should we wrap it up?
We should.
Yeah.
Red, thank you so much for speaking with us. We've covered so much. Thank you so much for your honesty, your vulnerability, and for your education. It's been really, really good to hear. Thank you so much for listening, everybody, and we will see you next time. Thanks, guys.
See ya.